Hi there, my name is Rob. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my views and opinions. My wife, Elena Bantel, she works in the Ministry of Labour and Citizen Services, and she's been in the provincial government working there for, I think, just over 5 years now. And I've seen her progress right from university right through and finish with a Master's in Public Admin, and slowly work her way in the government. And she's done quite a few different positions with the government and tried different things. And she currently is working in Victoria, and she's had the opportunity to progress and move up a couple positions and try different things, which is great. The government has offered her different opportunities and tried to work with her to find out what she's comfortable with, or what she's perhaps what she has interest in, or maybe what she is best suited for. So it's given her a lot of confidence and a lot of reassurance, and so career-wise it's a great place. This year we're expecting our first child, and one of the benefits of working for the provincial government is the maternity package has been, it seems quite terrific. There's a lot of perks in there for young workers and who plan a career in the government, and gives a great boost and support. Other things that we've noticed, that especially being a spouse, it's quite, sometimes it's a little bit different. It's not your typical simple job, punching in, punching out perhaps. Elaine is, she's an excluded worker, and she gets, instead of the hourly pay, she is paid by salary. And she quite often puts in a few extra hours here, and sometimes a couple of extra hours on the weekends and things like that. And quite often, I even remember sometimes on a couple of short trips, like she's on her BlackBerry answering emails and stuff. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. I'm an hourly worker myself, but Elaine she's quite a dedicated worker, and she's quite comfortable doing that, and it's good. Sometimes I wish it was a little bit easier on our family life, but I know it's just short-lived, and it's not like that every day. Most of the time it's very reasonable and very flexible. Which brings me to another point. Elaine, for the last year, has been able to work with her managers to have a little bit more of a flexible working hour or working day. She usually starts work at home for the first couple hours before actually heading into the office, so that gives her a lot of flexibility, gives her a lot of ability to plan her day and how she'd like to proceed and whatnot. So it's been pretty nice. The provincial government has really given her an opportunity to do a lot of things that she's quite happy with, and stuff that she's comfortable. Some of the things that perhaps might be good in the future, perhaps, is if there were more opportunities for provincial government workers to say, for family life, if there was an opportunity where some of the offices had daycare services, or perhaps things like a host of other things like food services on site, and a few other things to support a young family perhaps. It gives I know at Elaine's office currently, they do have some of these offerings, and compared to other provincial government offices, it's I know a lot of people are quite envious. Some of the other things that, if it can be done in the future, is if there's maybe joint sponsorship for young professionals or young workers from either other parts of the province or other communities to come to Victoria or some of the major offices for the provincial government would be, it's increasingly tough for young people to be able to afford to live in places like Victoria or Vancouver, and maybe even places like Nanaimo. It's especially with the cost of living, and if there was perhaps some assistance for accommodation or sponsorship, perhaps maybe like a loan that young people can take out, that might be an opportunity. I know in some private industries, when they're looking for good quality workers, they quite often do what they can or make the pot maybe a little bit more lucrative to bring in those workers, just to give them that edge. Because to get the best workers, quite often it's not just the paycheck that they're looking for. They have to be able to know that they can afford to start living in places like Victoria or Vancouver before they can take up a job like that. I know personally myself, there are many of our friends or family members who are interested in working for the provincial government, but not always able to afford the living costs of a major city like Victoria and Vancouver. But as far as a place like the provincial government to work, it's for my wife. She's very happy with it, and as a spouse, to see her always enjoying her job, it makes family life that much easier and that much better. But thank you for the opportunity for letting me express my views, especially as a spouse of a current BC government employee. Thank you.